All right, we're back. We promised you something you probably haven't ever seen on television before. I know you haven't seen it because you're going to be looking at my tongue and Mackenzie's tongue, and we're going to understand what that's all about. So, we're here with Anne. Anne's going to first examine my part.
Yep, hopefully I'm healthy.
Ladies first.
We'll see. So just stick my tongue out and you can learn a lot from it, right?
Right. So in Ayurveda, we use the tongue as one of many diagnostic tools. And what
Why the tongue?
What I'm primarily looking for today is going to be some coating on your tongue. So at night when we're sleeping, our body naturally kind of processes toxins. One place that pushes toxins out is the tongue, which is why you wake up in the morning kind of bad breath, stuff on your tongue, right? So looking at the color, the color and the location of kind of where that toxic buildup is, kind of gives me some insight into the imbalances in your system.
Okay.
So you guys have probably brushed your teeth this morning. Normally you do it first thing in the morning.
Yeah. No, we're good. I'm good on that. I did it this morning.
Speak for yourself.
So let's stick your tongue out?
Let's see your tongue. All right, so it looks pretty clear. There's not tons of buildup on there.
I don't know.
A little bit of frothy stuff, so you might have like a little.
Did you make her say that?
A little bit of congestion or something going on. Yeah, but overall, there's not a lot of buildup on there, so that's good.
So the congestion thing, that's interesting. Just like, how can you tell that? Just a
little bit of bubbly.
The frothiness.
Yeah, a little bit of bubbly.
Huh.
Bubbliness going on. Yeah, and you also have some little red bumps on the tip, which can mean a little bit of inflammation somewhere from your chest up. See those little red dots?
Yeah.
So that can mean inflammation either in your blood system or somewhere from your clavicle kind of upwards. A little.
So what you're saying is I need to go home and take the day off. I'm ill. She just said it. I'm congested.
My God, wait until she gets to
I
my
have
tongue.
some respiratory things going on.
I think you're ready for long-term disability.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, my turn?
Your turn. Let's see it, John. So you have a little bit more coating, and it's towards the back of your tongue, so that leads me to think it's in your colon or large intestine. You have a little bit more toxic buildup. You can rest your tongue for a minute. You also have a little bit of like ridges or grooves kind of following along the center of your tongue, which means that you've got some dryness going on in your intestines, kind of long-term dryness.
Huh.
That's amazing. I mean, we're kind of joking and making light of it, but it is interesting that you can tell these things.
It's really fascinating.
Just
and you can tell, like,
we look for all sorts of things. If somebody's tongue is trembling, that means that they have anxiety or anxiousness.
Yours was trembling a little.
Yeah, a little bit. Depression's kind of like reflexology. You know, we think about our foot, you know, all these different places on our foot relates to different organs. Well, our tongue is the same way. So if you have certain things going on in certain areas of your tongue, we can associate that with certain organs. So if you want to look at my tongue.
Turn a little towards the camera.
And do you see this little depression kind of towards the front of my tongue?
Yeah.
So that's your heart area, and that means long-term emotional trauma in your heart.
Huh.
So
I mean, that's already occurred?
Right, that's already occurred.
And and when you, for instance, with you, when you see something like that, what would be the first line of attack or, you know, counterbalance?
Well, I mean, like I said, we use if I interview somebody, do an intake, I do tons of different diagnostic things and kind of figure out a plan. But one simple thing that everybody can do every day to kind of bring balance, do a nice little massage to all those organs that you're touching, is to use a tongue scraper every day. It's totally simple. And if you don't have a tongue scraper, you can use a good old-fashioned spoon.
Why don't you show us what to do? Or tell Mackenzie what to do.
So here, I'm going to give you the tongue scraper.
Is this the stainless steel one?
It is.
Never been used.
Brand new.
Brand
new.
Improves oral hygiene. Okay.
So what you're going to do is, typically you want to do it first thing in the morning, and you're going to stick your tongue out and put that towards the very back of your tongue and very slowly pull it down towards the front of your tongue. And I'm going to grab you a paper towel so you can wipe off your little bubbles.
You might want
and you
Gross.
get all
That's
sorts
the
of
frothy.
stuff on there, right? And it's different than
The
brushing
frothy's
your
coming
tongue,
off.
because some people think, well, I
Huh.
can just brush my tongue, but that just kind of moves the stuff around without actually pulling
I
the
have
toxins
never
out of
scraped
your
my tongue.
system.
I know.
So
This is a first for you.
once you see how much stuff comes off of it in the morning,
do.
you really want to use it every day.
Huh.
And
I had no idea that's what it was though, because I've used tongue scrapers from a dentist before, you know. But
Yeah.
I always thought, you know, you see people who drink a lot of coffee and they get like a lot on their tongue or something. It's like,
well, and that too,
Take
you
that
know,
off,
but
it's not
those are all
just-
toxins too that can be absorbed into your system. So when you do this in the morning, it takes those toxins out of your body so they're not reabsorbed back into your digestive system and then start to accumulate.
Should you do it before you brush your teeth?
I kind of like to do it before and after I brush my teeth, just because when I brush my teeth, I feel like it kind of stirs more stuff up in my mouth.
interesting. And so you can do it. You don't have to have.
You don't
these are
have
a
to
little bit
have
fancier, but you can
A
do it
fancy
with just
tongue
a spoon
scraper,
too.
but like that's $8, so
Okay.
it's not going to break the bank. But if you want to try it with a spoon, you want to try it?
You know, as we go out to break, I'll get the spoon out and we'll finish up.
Okay.
Is there like, can you do it too hard or something that's going to do some
You want
damage
to do
to
it
you?
really gently, very gentle, and
Gently.
maybe 3 to 4 times.
I mean, could you look a little bit more graceful when you do that on
Hey,
camera?
hey, you're the one with the fancy tongue scraper. I got a
She
spoon.
says it works just as
Come
well.
on.
Let's not make it about the spoon.
When we come back, I have survived tongue scraping. We'll see whether or not I survive a
Kayak
rolling
rolling.
kayak.